It's Friday, and that means it's 7:02 Unplugged.
Now, Banda is a jazz musician. He's got various singles out at the moment, or songs out. Gym for Sibongile, Winners Dance Africa. Banda, are you with us now?
Yes, I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Absolutely. Now, I asked the first question. Who is Banda Banda? How would you describe yourself?
I think Banda is just a musician who loves arts and loves music and loves people, and I communicate that through music. That's all I am, and I'm in love with our continent in Africa. So I'm a proud African.
Lovely. I can actually see you on 702.co.za. We have you on Facebook. You can join the conversation between the two of us as well if you want to go there. And please do, because Banda, it's lovely to see you, and this is radio.
Oh, yes.
Here we go. You see, have to wave.
Okay.
There we go.
Now
Okay.
we can wave on radio.
Now we can wave on radio. So please, everybody, go to 702.co.za and you'll meet up with us there. So tell us more about yourself. You grew up in Durban, didn't you? Your grandparents brought you up.
Yes. So I grew up with grandparents because I never really knew my parents. My mother passed away when I was 11 months. Fortunately, I had both grandparents, so they took care of me from a very young age until they had to leave the earth. And so that's my upbringing. So the parent side I never really knew. So the only parents I knew are my grandparents. Hence, I wrote a song for my mother, him for Sibongile, whom I've really never met. So it's like a thank you song for giving me life, So yeah, that's me. It's a common story.
Yeah. All right. I tell you what. Let's listen to that theme for Sibongile. I'm looking forward to this.
702 Unplugged.
I'm getting those Friday afternoon sort of sleepy eyes, Banda, at the moment, because it's a lovely tune, but I need a glass of wine. Don't tell the president, but a glass of lovely and watch the sun go down.
I like
Wow.
that. I like it. It's yeah.
That's about your mom. Yeah.
Yes. This is like it for me. It feels like it's one of those songs where you don't know. It depends how you feel like. As you're saying, you feel like you can just chill there and have a glass of wine and just be relaxed. For me, it feels like I'm thinking of someone that I really like adore, and you don't know how they look like, you don't know how they feel like next to you. So it's like it's full of gratitude for me. It's a song that's full of gratitude for many things.
Speaking about gratitude and musical influences, who has influenced you from your early days up until now?
So growing up, I used to listen to traditional radio stations. So I grew up listening to traditional music. So growing up, obviously, you know, Brahim Masigela, Johnny Clegg, Busim Mhlongo, Begim Selegu, you know, like Madala Gunene. There's all these great artists when I was growing up that I had access to from home. And from abroad, we used to listen to guys like Miles Davis, you know. Those are the few that I can mention for now that are like part of big part of my influence.
You can actually hear, say, Bra Hugh, you can hear it coming through. You can hear his music coming through as well. I think the influence really is there. Nicely done. Collaborations, have you performed with others? Who's your favorite person that you collaborate with, put it that way?
So previously, obviously, I've worked with Sibongile, Busim Mhlongo, all these great artists, Mandala, and you know they're like legends and they're old, and you got to work with them when I was young. But currently, I'm working with Zoe Modiga, whom I'm a producer for their record. I've worked with Berita, who's also like a great artist. I've worked with a lot of artists, actually. I've worked with all the artists in the country. So I love them for different reasons. So I can't really say one because there's many. I'm currently working on an album that I'm producing also with a guy called Keenan Meyer, something to look out for. And he's a great piano player, classically trained. He's like one of the best in the world.
Sure. So, tell us about Winners. I see Winners is up next.
So Winners is a song that communicates, it's very literal. Winners. It's all about winning. I know it right now, going through a pandemic, and I feel like we could do with some energy of a winner, you know, even if we're going through like a really rough time. And the song is all about encouraging us to just take it easy and take a day as it comes and be patient with each other and be kind to one another. So it's like, those are like the traits of people that are winners. They're patient, they are kind, you know, they're loving, you know, so all these things. That song is all about that, and it features me on the bass.
I like that. I think you've actually just described every health worker out there. So thank you for that, because they are winners. Absolutely.
Yes, definitely.
Let's take a listen.
702 Unplugged.
There we go. That's Winners. And Banda, I must admit, that is absolutely brilliant. It's one of those earworm things, not earhole, earworm things that gets into your ear and you go, da, 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 carries on all day long. Where does the inspiration come from? Does it just pop into your head like it just popped into mine?
So this this particular song, I think I was doing a show, and I think you're right. It just pops into my head, and as you can never know where it comes from. That I think that's one of the most difficult things to explain. It just comes and you play it, and you feel like there's something there, and then you grow from that. It's like being a creative. You just come up with things, and the only thing that comes after that is like the name of the song, like the feeling you get. So I felt like I was winning, so that's how it came. I can never explain that. I can never explain that.
No, it's a sort of that inspiration that just goes in there. Do you sometimes turn around to your friends and say, be quiet, I need to go write this down, I need to go and record this?
Yes, it happens quite often, because if you lose that thought, I always say music is always flying around. It's always there in the air. And when you catch like a melody or a good melody or a good lyric, what you do is that you need to write it down, because it comes as a surprise to you as it would come to anyone. Yeah. So if you don't capture it and record it as soon as you hear it, then you might miss it. It might take another 100 years for that melody to be captured again. So I feel like that's how the whole music thing happens. That's for me. I have to capture it, and I have to stay quiet. I remember this one time a friend of mine came to my house and he said, I'm at the gate. I'm like, please wait for me. I need to write this thing down before you can actually come in. And that song is one of the songs in the album right now, and it's one of the favorites. So if I didn't make him wait, we're not going to hear that music again. So that's how it works.
Something that won't wait is COVID-19. How are you coping? How do you operate in COVID times? How do you record? What do? Do you just stay at home and record?
So the first month, or rather the first month, 6 weeks of COVID was very difficult, because I'm a creative. I'm also a curator, so I curate a lot of shows around the city. So I work with a lot of artists. So it was really, really weird for me to do nothing. And I hadn't done any studio work because I was finishing an album already. So I couldn't even move to studios to finish the album. It was difficult. But I think the good thing about it is that I got into the mood, rather the rhythm. So I started writing new music. I finished other albums that I was finishing off, and I was able to even like produce other artists, So it feels like now I'm more in the studio than going to do live shows. So it's a shift. It's more of a big shift. So it's fortunately my skill level is higher than normal for like a normal artist, because I've been in the music industry for almost 20 years now.
And so you produce, which is the big thing.
Yes, I produce, so I can do different things. Right now, as I'm telling you, I'm working on an album for Kin and Maya, which I'm producing. So I'm mostly in the studio, trying to make sure that things are sounding the way they're supposed to sound. So at least there's something for me. But I'm thinking of those who like only do live music. As much as the financial side is not as great as it would be if you were like doing live shows, traveling. I love traveling. We had shows in Europe, I had shows in the States that I was supposed to go for, and suddenly I'm stuck in South Africa. So I have to make
it's disappointing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's disappointing, but it's life. We have to adjust.
Yeah, your third song, Dance Africa. Tell us more.
As much as we're going through the storm, as Africans, we are happy beings. We've been through a lot. And this song communicates just that we need to dance through the storm and find ways to uplift our spirits, to remember what we are supposed to be in this life. We are not here to die, we're here to live. And we must exist with this thing, and we must conquer it, because we are the dominant species. And we must dominate.
It's Friday afternoon. I can't think of a better way to start your Friday. This is Dance Africa. Let's take a listen.
Welcome to 702 Unplugged.
Banda Banda, and that's Dance Africa. Banda, what's your favorite instrument then?
My favorite instrument is the bass, obviously, because I'm a bass player. Yeah, it's the bass.
You can hear it coming through. Very, very, very nice. Right, any virtual concerts coming up, things that we need to know about?
So I've done one virtual concert as Banda Banda and the Crocodiles. I think it's online, and you can find it on CompuTickets and search for Urban Sessions, and you search for Banda Banda and the Crocodiles. Then you see my virtual concerts there. I think it's very cheap to watch. It's about 40 rands to see.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
There's an SMS here just for you. It says, please buy Banda a bottle of bells for well-crafted jazzy tunes. Sure, she says.
Oh, wow.
Joy and
Yeah.
Mamelodi. Joy and Mamelodi likes it. So there we go. You have a fan, which is lovely.
Thank
I think you
you.
have many fans. Nice one,
I,
Banda.
thank you.
Good to
Thank you
chat
for
to
having
you.
me.
Oh, good
Thank you for
to
having me.
have you on. Oh, that's a pleasure. Now tell me, website address. People want more information. I can see it.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So on social media, it's Banda Banda. On Facebook, Banda Banda. On Twitter, Banda Banda. On Instagram, Banda Banda. My website is bandabandanow.com.
Lots of Banda Bandas. Banda Banda, thank you so much for coming on to 702. It's been an absolute pleasure this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend.
It's Friday, and that means it's 702 Unplugged.